Hey Libra, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing your love and then some read for the month of August. Wanted to say thank you, Libra, for all your support and everyone for all your views of the videos and likes and subscribes and support of the channel. You guys have been fabulous. Cross watchers, come on in. Let's see if we can get Libra a good read. I'm going to be adding some new elements to the channel. Mondays I'm going to be doing Elements Weekly. And I'm going to be adding Q&A once a month and a twin flame video once a month. If any of you are interested in that, why just if you want to discuss something in particular or want to hear about something, please put a comment in the comment section below. Reads are open for the month of August, so you guys hit me up in my email, thejezebelway@gmail.com, and we'll schedule your read. So let's see if we can get Libra a good read here. All right, Libra, there is some sort of a delay to a soulmate union here. There's a delay to forward movement in family and relationship. It looks like somebody is mourning the loss of someone or something. Somebody's working hard, though, to sock away and make the best of a bad situation. Somebody's learning a new skill, a new craft, learning a new way of living. Also, someone is meditating. They're in deep thought about a situation. But remember, you're not alone when you're doing this. You have people supporting you. So let's see what the cards have to say. All right, Five of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there's been some sort of an element of rejection, some sort of conflict, some sort of a competition here, a man up, man down. It looks as though you've been left standing to fight off these wolves in the background and everybody else is taken off. So there's an element of you being left holding the bag in a situation. 3 for you, 3 for your partner, 3 for the state of the relationship. Bear in mind, lines 1 and 2 can be reversed. Libra, if I refer to you as line 1 and you feel more like, your story is line 2, reverse it how you need to. It is a general read and it may not resonate with everyone. So check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and male counterparts, Jupiter and Mars for a more accurate forecast. Center of your read, Libra, you showed up right in the middle of it all. Justice, creating balance, rendering a swift judgment of something, but at the same time, it being fair and balanced. So you've been left holding the bag, okay? Major Arcana in this spread is the Moon, Justice. You have Judgment, the Empress, and the Hermit. You've got a lot of Major Arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Major Arcana cards. So this tells to me that these energies are kind of going to be your fixed energies for the month of August. The rest of it, can be fluid because energy is fluid. But you've got some post markers here, some road markers here for how this thing's going to go in August. There was some sort of a secret here that happened. You decided to call it like you see it. It was fair, okay? It was fair, it was swift, it was just, but you had to call a situation. It looks like there was some sort of issue of you having to go away, figure out how you wanted to get it done, figure out how you wanted to render this decision, and come back. And when you came back, though, you were nurturing, but you weren't a sucker. You know what I mean? The universe calls for us to love and do no harm, but doesn't mean we need to be a sucker, okay? So you've got your hand over the cup here, okay? And you're willing to offer it, but you're not giving everything away all at once. So you're willing to nurture something, but you're not giving it all away at once. You're being cautious about it. There was some sort of a heartbreak. It could have been with a wife. It could have been with a partner. Could have been with a mother of children. You're coming into a period of time in which you want to offer love to somebody. Again, Libra and Venus people, this is you. Looks like an offer was made and not accepted, and that landed in heartbreak. Some of you are dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces. Some of you are dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and of course, you know, you're represented here in this spread as well. Offer gave, offer not accepted, and heartbreak ensued. Some secret was brought out into the light and dealt with. Okay, and after that nasty sore was treated, you know, your abundance returned to the situation. You called something, okay? You're willing to give new love. You're willing to nurture something. However, you haven't forgotten. You forgave, but you didn't forget. You know, so this shows you not being a sucker. You know, you're not like, you know, look, the old saying, forgive but don't forget. This isn't holding grudges. This is just being like, you know, we've kind of been down this road before. Here's a pattern. And I'm willing to give this another try, but listen, you know, if we fall back into the same patterns, you know, then it's done because we haven't learned anything in this situation. So you're kind of trying to learn your lesson and not be taken for granted again. Yeah, this is all about moving forward, bringing something out into the light, and going into new ideas, going into new jobs, going into new love, but not going in, you know, head first. Now you've gained a little bit of wisdom. You know what you're getting yourself into, and you're just kind of taking it slow. Because up here, somebody left you holding the bag. They took off and left you handling situations, left you handling the business here. You had to turn your back on something for a while. And you're no longer looking toward that heartbreak, but you are referencing it, okay, in a way. Yeah, Five of Swords is clarified by the Sun card. So some of you are moving out of that energy. You were left with the responsibility of something. You had no support, no backup. Okay, perhaps you were left with some sort of a project and you were supposed to receive help or training or support and you didn't. So you did the best that you could, but now you're going to start receiving recognition for that mindset that you were willing to do it even though you didn't have all the tools you needed to do it, even though you didn't have the help from support staff, even though you didn't have someone doing their part. You're going to be receiving recognition, and you're also going to be receiving illumination about this situation. Yeah, it looks like somebody wanted to make an offer for happy family, financial happiness. Somebody may have wanted to offer you some sort of a job. It looked really good on the outside, but when you got there, it was full of a bunch of crap you had to deal with. And you had to make a quick judgment call, an executive decision, in order to decide whether or not you were going to follow through with this thing. You know, you learned a skill, you learned a new craft, you threw yourself into work. You safeguarded the things that were most precious to you against the rain. Perhaps you were saving for a rainy day because you weren't sure if this job was going to work out or not, or this relationship, okay? So, but the offer was not accepted. You left this relationship, you left this job. But you were trying to make balanced decisions regarding that. This secret had to do with family, or it had to do with some sort of partnership. This could have been a soulmate that you were dealing with, that there was some sort of a secret regarding the children. It looks as though, again, you were waiting for the right time for this to drag this secret out into the light so it can be dealt with. It looks like somebody was holding on to money. There's a lot of pentacle energy here in this read. So we've got a lot of earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but also Libra, we have a lot of energy having to do with money and holding on to money, putting money away, the offer of money. So there was some situation with you saving money back because you knew that the shoe was about to fall here. I think you also came into the realization that you were holding on to something that you kind of needed to let go of. Yeah, relationship. So this was a job. Perhaps this could have been a divorce for some of you. For some of you, this could have been a job with a government, a governmental entity, something official. This could be bringing a marriage back to life, perhaps. But in some fashion, you weren't being served either in this job or this relationship because you were forced, you were forced to answer to this person who was not only did you not know who in the hell they were, but you were forced to be in a subservient position to them. But you weren't getting all the information that you needed. Somebody was getting satisfied here. Everyone else was begging. So somebody was lining their pockets. Somebody was benefiting from this relationship. Somebody was benefiting from this job, but it wasn't you. Somebody else was lining their pockets with your work. You weren't aware that that was happening. So you made a judgment call on this situation. Somebody left you holding the bag, perhaps, on a deal that didn't go well. And they took off with the money. This could speak to embezzlement. It could speak to, in your time of need, somebody turning their back on you. So you left this situation. You turned your back on it. You went out to find something better. You took your time. You went on your journey to analyze some stuff. And you decided, you know what, I've got everything I need to kind of move forward and get things done here. I'm going to make a balanced decision. You had an aha moment. And you knew that something was coming down the pipeline that was going to potentially be devastating for you. And you decided to take an alternate route. And taking that alternate route, either in job or relationship, was very lucrative for you. You celebrated the fact that you were absolutely right. Taking this alternative route allowed you to have your abundance. It allowed you to see. You sent some people out to scope out a situation, perhaps. Perhaps you were doing some testing or whatever, and that came back very, very good. And so abundance is yours again. So you weighed your pros and cons. You decided not to throw all your eggs in one basket, and doing that was very smart, and it ended up saving you in the end. But now you're ready to move forward with something new. But again, you're being very logical. You're not putting everything into it all at once. You're holding something back for yourself. You've got an ace in the hole. And you're ready to exercise that. It looks like something ended, something ended. Perhaps employment ended. Perhaps there was sickness. Perhaps, relationship ended. But it ended fairly. It didn't end unjustly. And you were better off for it. You were still financially content. You were still happy. You were still enjoying things. But you would like to be fulfilled, You still want to be fulfilled. I think you took your time, and you're taking your time to speak your truth, to call things like it is, because you've gained a lot of wisdom in this situation. And you're just right now trying to find your balance. I think you're putting out applications, you're networking, you're talking with people, but also there is talk about how this deal went down that wasn't so good. There is talk about the deceptiveness with someone else lining their pockets, someone leaving you holding the bag, someone deciding that, you know, they were more in love with the idea of love than they were with you. You ended up being subservient. You didn't know this person like you thought you did. And there's a lot of talk about that going on, which that's kind of hindered. That's hindered a little bit. That's hindered you a little bit. And I think that's why you walked off from this situation. You felt locked up inside here. You were stagnant. There was no illumination happening. Illumination was on the way, but it wasn't happening yet. And you couldn't figure out and understand what was going on here. But once you did, you put those burdens down, you picked up that staff and you kept it moving, and you went on to better and different things. You learned new skills, you got a new job, you moved, you know, started planning for a new relationship, you moved in together, whatever. And yeah, wedding, okay? Coming together in partnership. So it was very lucrative. I mean, you took control of it like a boss. Some of you could be dealing with fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So I think really the situation here is we have 3 queens on the board now. So for you lovers out there, this could have been a third-party relationship. You know, the Page of Cups here depicts 3 different people in a situation, in a relationship. The Queen of Wands is sometimes the other woman. For others of you, this was financial aid. This was financial advisory. This was good counsel, okay? You sought out the counsel you needed. You consulted your intuitive friends. You consulted the readers. You consulted the mystics or whatever. You did your own research. And something told you, your intuition told you, wait a minute, just show a little bit, not everything. It's like when you pull a big wad of money out of your pocket. You don't put all the big bills on the outside. You put all the little bills on the outside, the big bills on the inside. So it doesn't look like you have anything, right? Or you don't have that money clip busting at the seams, right? Just because you can don't mean you should. You know, it's kind of like those people out there who, they're worth $3 million, but, they're buying generic soda pop at the store or something, Just because they have that money, they don't feel like they need to tell the world they have that money. They don't need to be flashy about it, They're holding it back. And you'd never know they were worth $3 million. That's kind of the idea I get here. You know the goods. You know you have the goods. You know what you bring to the table. But you are not giving everything to that. You're listening to whoever's telling you, look, slow your roll. You need to just showcase this. You need to go into this relationship with eyes wide open and understand that you need to do a little more research on this person. You need to watch this person a little closely, whatever, okay? Or the fact that you think this person might be in another relationship with this other woman here. So you're not leaving yourself wide open. You're not being as vulnerable as you normally will. And you're trying to protect what you think is yours. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, again, you're being very logical, very, very in your head about this situation. I think also this can speak to the legal system. Okay, this is the legal system. Some sort of judgment was rendered about your job. Maybe you won your severance package. Maybe you won your arbitration case, whatever. Maybe you're being given something in a divorce. And you're happy about it, even though maybe somebody left you paying all the bills, and there was no spousal support, or there was no child support, or there was no whatever. Now you're getting your just due. Okay, you're getting what you're entitled to at this point. So you're riding out a heartbreak. You've been left out in the cold. You know that financially. You seem to be very contented and okay because you didn't give everything to this investment. In love, you may be leaving the home. You may be moving away. You're getting your just due in this situation, okay? But for a while, this romance costed you some money. And you're sad you've got to walk away from it, but the truth is coming. New beginnings are coming. And somebody probably gave you an ultimatum. You're either going to do this or else you're fired. Or you're going to do this or I'm leaving. And you were like, there's the dough. So you made that decision to care for yourself, to invest in yourself, and that was the best decision that you ever made. So now you're in your power as the queen of all queens. You've put down those burdens. You're moving forward victoriously in love and in new job, new partnership. Gemini energy. Your wish has been fulfilled. You came out smelling like a rose on this situation. There's fast-moving offers coming into you. Some of you from Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's fast-moving offers to you from people of positions and power. This could be an older gentleman for some of you, older water sign. You're beginning a new cycle in your life. You had to sit and think about it for a long time. You had to weigh all your options. You had to be very careful, Libra, because somebody was putting a trap up for you. They were setting a trap for you. This is what they intended, but because you listened, you were able to avoid the majority of the problems that they intended for you to have in this situation. So you're coming into new love relationship. You were very smart. Whatever it was that you did, Libra, aces. It looks like to me you may have invested in your skills that you didn't think that were lucrative at one time. I think you invested in some skills that brought you a great deal of success despite all of this destruction. So you're moving toward new love. You've got a solid offer from Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn from some of you. For others of you, it's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You've got Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So you've got all beginnings here. Love, money, truth, new creative beginnings. And you're sitting here like the Queen of Pentacles, taking care of your business. For some of you, this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be a wife, could be a forever partner, someone that you settle down with and marry. You've got your wish granted from the universe. Do you know why? Because you remained balanced and you did the right thing, Libra. This is Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius brings you new beginnings and truth also, so don't forget that. And you watched your back. Amidst all this confusion, you watched your back because you knew the wolves were coming. You were juggling, but you set out on that new creative endeavor. You have 4 aces in this read, Libra. How blessed are you? Death and renewal. All because you used your brain, you used your smarts, you used skills that were available to you. You called a relationship like it was. You drove on. You're going to have beautiful, new, passionate relationship with a Gemini, with an Aquarius, with an Earth sign, Leo. I've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus is in here. So everybody, fire signs are here. So everybody's kind of here, but some of you may be dealing with different elements. So you're coming into new love relationship and new job and new partnership. And this is marriage, King and Queen of Pentacles, someone who's equally yoked to you. Could be a Capricorn, could be an Aries. But I think you're moving up to boss level, CEO level. Amidst this conflict, you've taken charge of whatever scheme this was, and you decided what direction you were going to go in. You took that leap of faith, you listened to your inner voice, and you sailed on. Now you have the Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Pentacles. So not only is it going to be lucrative in love, it's going to be lucrative in money. You did the right thing, and the universe is repaying that. There was sadness and tower moments and problems, but you overcame all that. And in the end, you're going to get a windfall of money. You're going to get what's rightfully coming to you. The Wheel of Fortune is moving you forward. Good luck, good fortune. You've got new love coming in, a solid family. So this is beautiful, Libra. You did a fantastic job. You used your brain, you used your common sense, you followed your intuition, and you came out smelling like a rose. That's a beautiful thing. Good job. It's going to be a lot of busyness and a lot of newness for all the signs. Okay, because that's what's happening after the retrograde. August is going to be a month for really making goals come into reality. Okay, really putting in the work about something you've been fantasizing about or dreaming about or hoping would happen. Now that positive manifestation is going to require a little bit of work to get it off the ground. It's going to require the physical dedication, you know, the labor of love, so to speak. And so a lot of signs are going to be experiencing that this month. Prove yourself. Dang, I couldn't have said it better myself. Look at that. Prove yourself. I'm looking for the page. I don't have these memorized yet. This talks about trust. You know, trust isn't just given, it's earned. And it's earned by action, not word. And you proved yourself in this situation. Trust only comes with patience. So let those you want to draw closer to do so in their own time. So instead of running your mouth here and running around and talking about how you were the best and you were taking care of business, you did it by action, Libra. And you were able to say, you know what, I'm going to let my work speak for itself. I'm going to let my action speak for itself. And you earned the trust and you earned, you know, the promotion. You earned the status that you're coming into now. Spiritual strength, you held it down. There were obstacles and challenges. You had to take authority of situations, bring a balance back to it because it was all out of whack. Your abundance is returning. Also, you had an aha moment. Balance of mind, body, spirit. You were able to birth new life and something new by using your talents that you didn't think were there in order to benefit yourself and benefit this company or benefit this relationship in the long run. You had some changes. Truths came out you didn't like. You confronted those issues. There was loss, mental conflict. You were moving on from both job and relationship. You took your time. You thought about it. You didn't pay attention to the haters, and you came back into union with your job, with your love, with yourself, and you overcame the situation. What more can be said? That's a beautiful thing. Okay, now, again, you have the Empress, balance of mind, body, spirit. She's sitting up here on this throne because she knows what she brings to the table. She utilized all of her gifts in order to make it happen. She didn't go chasing after it. She said, you know what, I'm going to let my skills and my actions do the talking. This talks about coming together in times of trouble. You know, when you're surrounded by all of the things that bring you trouble, who do you draw closer to? And in relationship, it talks about coming together when you have all the haters and the naysayers around you. You come together because you're stronger together and drawing closer to one another in times of trouble and need. And this lady here used her skills, used all of the things to hold this relationship down, to hold this job down, to make ends meet in times of tribulation. So that's a loyal partner. That's somebody you want in your corner. And Libra, that's what you did. Act as if your partner is already here. So you acted as though you had already conquered the situation at work. You acted as though you would already make ends meet in the relationship. You were acting as though you already knew the exact answer to the question. So act as if your partner's already here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you so you will always consider them. Look at your pattern in relationships. What are you attracting? Like attracts like. Be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. Focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Okay, which is what you did. You didn't get involved in the drama. You didn't get involved in all of the issues. You let your actions speak for themselves. So this is calling you, if you're not coming to fruition of that situation, it's calling for you to hold it down, do what's right, let your actions speak for themselves, make the ends meet, have the loyalty to see this thing through. So Libra, this is your August Love and Then Some read. I'll see you guys on Monday for the Elements read.